What's up folks, Moon here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be yapping for a little bit and just talking about my appreciation for World of Warcraft and the things that it's done for me over the years, as well as just kind of keeping it real about content creation and my journey thus far with it. So it's really been no secret on this channel that I burned out of World of Warcraft, at least in the competitive sense, and so that gave me this sort of aversion to play the game that I've loved for 16 years now, which has caused me to go explore some other genres such as horror. I mean, I've been enjoying playing Dead by Daylight, but if I'm keeping it real, I'm really not a big fan of the community of it. If you go and check out like the content creators in the community, like scroll through the people on Twitch, you'll have a really good idea of what I'm talking about. And so when you're a content creator as well, especially when you're in my stage where you're less than 1,000 subs and nobody gives a fuck about you, you're really trying to find out like how you want to be perceived by the world, what you want to invest your time in, how you want people to perceive you, and also what you like making content about. And I think by going over and just taking a few weeks to go play other games and coming back to WoW, I've realized that I really love the fantasy genre in general, and WoW provides a very excellent platform to do that, alongside just having a rich history in my personal life and with my family too. The thing that I've come to resent about World of Warcraft is its seasonal nature, where the developers will put about a good year's worth of maintenance into every expansion when it drops, and then the year while they're developing the next expansion, they completely leave it to rot. Thus, you see a massive fluctuation of players between the expansions and every X pack of WoW. And I think the expectation of setting this goal to become this really hardcore PvP player in World of Warcraft and then failing on top of it really destroyed my vision of what I had for the game. And if I'm keeping it real, I feel like I'd been seeing the game completely wrong for a really long time. I thought that being a World of Warcraft content creator meant that I had to be exceptional at the game. And if I wasn't able to do that, then I wouldn't be able to hack it in the WoW community space or the MMO space in general. However, I realized that the sacrifices I would have to make to be at that top echelon of the game just wasn't a trade that I wanted to make, at least right now in my life, where I still have a full-time job, I still have hobbies, I still have a social life and family and friends to look out for, that sort of stuff. So, but at the same time, I still love the fantasy aspect and escapism that WoW and other MMOs in general provide for me. I love the MMO genre, even though I'm like a Gen Z bus and zoomer, because these games are inherently social, and the game itself is just a medium for me to meet other people, make fun times with, and share a love for the world that we're playing in. So I have come back to World of Warcraft for content creation, and I really do think it just feels natural, it feels comfortable. And so what sort of initiated that was, in this stage of burnout, I just told myself that I'm not going to be playing anything competitively, right? I'm not going to be doing PvP, at least for this season, for the next 3 months or so. I'm not going to be doing Mythic Plus. I'm not going to be doing any form of raiding. And that begs the question, okay, well, what else is there to do in World of Warcraft? World of Warcraft now has 5 different variations of the game that you can play. And then I guess if you wanted to count Mop Remix as a separate edition of the game, then that's 6. So I decided to just start doing a leveling stream in Cataclysm Classic. Something about Cataclysm that hits hard for me is that it was the first expansion that I was able to get a max level character in. I was playing a Gnome Warlock at the time, and at the midnight release party for Cataclysm, I was 9 years old. So I wanted to try to relive that time while also exploring the world with the knowledge that I have now, you know, of the game and what it was like during Cataclysm. And that led me to create the same class that I played back in the day, which was Warlock, and just do a leveling stream. And even though that stream didn't have the most viewers I've ever had, it was still the most active stream that I've had when it came to chatting with people back and forth. And it made me realize, wow, I love this game still. But in this stream in particular, I was having the absolute time of my life. People, you know, old friends that I hadn't spoken to in months jumped into the stream to check up, see how I was doing, see what I thought about the new expansion. There were some new people who came in and started talking with me that I was able to connect with and share stories about the game. And I realized that that's what the game was about. That golden moment that makes us MMO players just really love the MMOs that we do play, because the game has an impact on our life in a way that a lot of people who don't play MMOs really don't understand, because people see us being consumed with the game as a whole, and people see that game ruining people's lives if, you know, they say get addicted to it. In reality, the game is just a medium to have shared experiences with other players. And it's really those shared experiences and that connection that we have that goes across, whatever conventional boundaries you may think of, such as race, sex, distance, sexuality, political barriers even, etc. There is still that shared common interest which gives the game its magic and its spark. I mean, aside from that, I don't have much else to say today. I still am doing these Cataclysm leveling streams and trying to explore the game in a way that I haven't before. I know there's a pretty big collecting community as well. So I may get into doing some like professions and collecting. But yeah, if you'd like to join me sometime, I am live at Overlord Moon TV. I did rebrand my Twitch from Overlord Moon Official because holy fuck, that was a long name and really annoying to try and type out. So Overlord Moon TV, you'll catch me live at Twitch. And I'm really glad that I was able to get this perspective shift about this game. Outside of that, that's all. This is Moon signing out, and I'll see you in the next one.